Hey guys, taking a little time off, but I was starting to shoot videos again. I wanted to tell you, I took about a week off before I ran Tough Mudder. Mentally wanted to prepare myself and just was kind of feeling in a funk. And this past week I've been kind of doing some introspection on actually running it and, well, walking it or just finishing it and kind of the stuff that I learned from it. So Tough Mudder, for those of you that don't know, is a 10-mile obstacle course spread out over the beautiful hillsides of Montgomery City, just outside of St. Louis. And 10 miles took about 6 hours to complete. And during the process, just like with anything, any new adventure or starting a new business, things like that, the things that I learned, it mirrors. Going on that, it mirrors kind of everything new. Like I just said, you get excited, you know it's coming, you prepare for it, or don't prepare for it, depends. And you start building up what it is if you've never done it before, and it becomes an event, and there's energy that surrounds it, and fear. And you're going into something you've never done before, and the fear kind of creates this energy around it. You know it's going to be a good time. You know it's going to be challenging, but it's a nervous excitement. So you get into it and you start going, and after a couple obstacles and a couple miles, it's exciting and it's new and it's fresh, and you know it's where everybody is having a good time and they love it, and it's starts off as a great experience. And then about halfway through the obstacle course, you run into one of the obstacles that you have no idea how you're going to overcome. This one particularly was called the Mud Mile. And so you have no idea how you're ever going to come it because you've never seen anything like it before. And you realize you're not going to be able to complete it by yourself. So you need to, you know, reach out and ask for help. And if somehow you manage to get over it and you beat it, or you get done and you're finished and you feel a breath of excitement. And then you look out and realize, well, that's not it. I still have to keep going. And so you keep moving and you keep going. And for me, about the 3/4 mark is where what happens is known as the grind. It's the point where you don't know where the end is coming, or how close it is, or even, you know, if there is an end in sight. So you keep going, and you get to a point where it's the grind, it's the muck. It's okay, I know that I've been doing this for a while and I'm gonna keep going, but it's difficult, and you know, do I really want to do that? Elizabeth Gilbert has a great saying in her book Big Magic. This is where you determine whether or not you enjoy the flavor of shit sandwich you're eating. And basically what that is are you going to continue to do this because you either get a reward that you enjoy, or the pain that you have to go through, you know, is not nearly as bad as the benefit that you're getting out of it, or you know, what draws you towards the end, or what draws you to keep going. That is where, in the past, myself, I've always quit. And with this, luckily, going through Tough Mudder, I knew there was an end. I knew where the end was. I knew that if I kept going and I kept putting one foot in front of the other, which I had to tell myself a couple of times, is just keep putting one foot in front of the other. And know that you keep doing that, there are still going to be obstacles, because at that point there were still the two biggest obstacles on the course left. Know that if you keep going and you keep going, some way you will figure out a way to complete those obstacles. Some way you will figure out a way to keep going, as long as you keep putting one foot in front of the other. So that's my bit for today. Basically, the fear that you have in the beginning is not nearly as big, or it's not nearly as big as you make it out to be. So getting started is half the battle. And then when you get into the muck, know that keep doing those actions that keep you moving forward. You may not see the results, but you continue to get closer and closer towards your goal just by continuing to do it. So get started and show up and consistently keep doing those actions. 80–90% of the battle, guys. So pay it forward, pass it on. Let's change the world one person at a time. In here, I will include the Tough Mudder address, as well as we'll be running it again next year. I want to thank Lindsay Creason, Dan Creason, our kind of leader because he ran it last year. Lindsey Creason, congratulations on facing that fear and jumping into that water. And Mike, congratulations, Mike Pulley, congratulations on facing that fear. Well, not even a fear, just doing the Arctic enema and getting into that cold water. So thanks, guys. Have a good rest of the weekend, and I'll see you again.